Okay, so we are on live. So hi everyone, we are in another class with Renae, and I'm Nicolas. Renae, my name is Nicolas. I am 19 years old, and I have been studying Robin book for since 1 year.
Um, I'm Renae. I'm 18, and I've been studying with Robin Book for a couple months.
Okay, and you have enjoyed those classes? Thank you so much. So today we are gonna have a Spanish class with Renae. Uh, I'm gonna share my screen
Okay.
right now and here. Can you see my screen? My screen?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. So the first step that we are gonna do is informal dialogue, or in Spanish. Could you read, please?
Diálogo informal.
Mm-hmm. Diálogo informal. So it means like in English. I don't know if you know about the informal dialogue or formal dialogue.
We don't really have formal and informal.
No?
It's just the same for both.
Okay. So
Yeah.
in yes. Okay, excuse me. First we have some topics as is identity, identidad. Could you read, please?
Identidad.
Mm-hmm. The second one,
Uh, Procedencia.
procedencia. Repeat
Procedencia.
without n, like procedencia.
Procedencia.
Very good, very good. You got it. Excellent. So next one is
Edad.
very good. So that is like when you are introducing yourself, like your identity is your name. Your procedencia is like where do you live? Where are you from? That is procedencia.
Okay.
And age, edad. How old are you? Okay,
Cool.
nice. So in English, we used to we used to we use what is your name? How old are you? Where are you from? So I'm gonna do this first in English, and then we are gonna do it in Spanish. Okay. So first,
Okay.
I'm gonna introduce my. I'm gonna ask you. Excuse me. What is your name?
My name is Renae.
Nice to meet you, Renee. How old are you?
I'm 18.
Nice. Where are you from?
I'm from the United States.
Okay. And where do you live?
I live in Florida, in
In
the United.
Florida.
Yeah.
Nice. And what do you do?
I work at a restaurant.
Okay. And do you study?
Yes.
Okay. And do you like what you do?
Um,
Yes, as most of the things that we do used to do.
yeah, I
But
do.
tell me, excuse me.
I do. I like what I do.
Okay, so that's really good. Okay, so you understood. I understood very well. So we are gonna do it in Spanish. Excuse me. Dialogue in Spanish. In Spanish. Okay. So this time you are gonna ask me the
Okay.
questions which are here. Okay. So let's start with the first one, and I'm gonna answer you.
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Mi nombre es Nicolás Quijano.
¿Cuántos años tienes?
Tengo 19 años.
¿De dónde eres?
De Colombia.
¿En dónde vives?
En Bosa Recreo, Bogotá.
Ah, ¿a qué te dedicas?
Yo estudio inglés.
¿Te gusta lo que haces?
Me encanta lo que estoy haciendo en este momento. Okay, did you get it?
Ujú.
So, do you have some questions? What is the correct pronunciation about something? What is the meaning of?
What does haces mean?
Haces means like do. What do you do?
Okay.
Or that is the verb. That is the one of the most common verbs. That is do. Is like do. What do you do? Okay.
Okay.
Next one. Now, excuse me. I'm gonna ask you this time in Spanish. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you. ¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Mi nombre es Renae.
Very good. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
Um, tengo 18 años.
Ok. ¿De dónde eres?
How would I answer that one? Like what?
So,
How would I use the verb?
¿de dónde eres means uh, what are you from? Where are you from?
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, we are using where, that means donde,
Mm-hmm.
and verb to be, eres. But in
Okay.
this case, we don't say like from specific. But in this case, we say like where are you in this moment, like that. Where are you in this moment? De donde eres is the site where you have that you was born. Okay,
Okay. Um,
and those are really similar, but you can identify those two. If someone asks you en donde vives is like the city and the street, where are you living now, en donde vives.
okay.
So those are different. So if someone asks you in Spanish, ¿de dónde eres? You already know that is the country. It's specifically the country.
Okay.
And in donde vives, the street or just the city. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Um,
you. Tell me. Do you have a question?
yeah. So um what's the like um conjugation for eres? Because right now
Oh,
that's the to form. I don't know what it is in the Joe form.
yes, it's more than two form. That is you,
Yeah.
but in this case, it's like, who are you? Entonces, you are asking, who are you? In this case, you just put, where are you? It's like, where are you?
Mm-hmm.
But in Spanish, you just use eres,
Mm-hmm.
like ser. Okay.
So when I go to answer it, what word do I use to answer it?
So the correct answer is the country. Remember,
So I just say the country.
just say the country.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Uh-huh.
Just doesn't matter. So
Los Estados Unidos.
exactly.
Okay, got it.
Yes, you got it. You got it well. Okay. So in this one, remember that you can be more specific.
Mm-hmm.
And in here you can say the street, your address, and where you are living now. But in a city, in your city. Okay.
Okay. Um, Vivo in Destin, Florida.
Very good. That's all. Because we already know that it's a city of United States. And if you want to give the address or something like that, you can do it. If someone asks you. Okay.
Alright.
Very good. Let's continue. Do you have any question? No.
No.
Okay. Very good. Um, what do you do? ¿Qué haces? ¿A qué te dedicas?
Uh, trabajo
Very good.
en un restaurante.
Very good. What a good Spanish. Yes, congratulations. That's amazing. Trabajo en un restaurante. That's really good. Really good. Okay. That's all. If you don't want to give more information about what do you do and you just want to answer I work, that's it doesn't matter. So you say trabajo en un restaurante. That's all. That is a very good answer. Okay, next one. ¿Qué te gusta hacer?
Ah,
Ah, ¿te gusta lo que haces? Excuse me. Um, I forgot Spanish too.
see, what's the word for sort of?
For what? Excuse me.
Like, I sort of like what I do.
Mm, gusta in this case. It's
Mhm.
like. Do you like what you do?
And
So
I've never, if it's like in between yes and no.
no necessary because you are using gustar
Hmm.
as a question. You say, "Do you like
Yeah.
what you do?"
But if
And
my answer was like sometimes yes, sometimes no, is there like a specific word for that?
okay. So here we have an important one in is that means sometimes.
All right. And is that pronounced a veces?
Very good, very good. What a good pronunciation. A veces. So
Okay.
you can answer that word with a compliment. Sometimes, oh, excuse me, I went to Tokyo. Ah,
Okay.
so that could be the possible answer. And probably you are asking if it's necessary to repeat the same word. If you want, you can do it because it sounds like better.
Mhm.
But sometimes you say a veces sí or no. It sounds like strange. For that reason, most of the times you use a veces sí y a veces no.
Okay. A veces
Okay,
sí y a veces no.
okay, very good. And the complement is a veces sí porque disfruto el trabajo y hay personas muy gentiles. Sometimes yes, because there is people very kind.
Hmm.
Y a veces no, porque estoy muy cansada o simplemente hay personas como fastidiosas, por decirlo así. Sometimes no, because sometimes I am tired. There are some annoyed people, and for that reason, no. Okay, if you want to say it with a compliment, okay.
All right.
Mhm. Very good. Next one. We are gonna check some articles. You know the article in English. That is the. I guess that is the The only one who exists in English in article.
It's the, and an
Oh
in English.
yes, yes, very good.
Yeah.
The. In this case, it's just the. We are gonna see just the. But in
Yeah.
Spanish, we have something particular.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna read. The articles introduce. So excuse me. See, I if I have some mistakes in my pronunciation, you can correct me, please. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
The article introduced the nouns they accompany
Mhm.
and produce by indicating their gender, masculine or feminine, and number, singular or plural. Okay, so could you read the first example, please?
Mhm. María es una amiga de Laura y la novia de Carlos.
Very good. So, María es una amiga de Laura y la novia de Carlos. What happened here? We use es una,
Mhm.
es una. So we know that we are talking about a person who is specifically a girl
Mhm.
or a woman. For that reason, we say es una amiga. In
Yep.
English, we use just is a friend, and we don't need like a sexuality or masculine or feminine. But
Yeah.
in Spanish, that is so important because if you haven't keep in mind that person who speaks Spanish are gonna understand you very well. Okay,
Okay.
es una amiga de Laura y la novia. So we are like having a conjugation with that subject. La novia is like is his girlfriend.
Mhm.
So for that reason we use better la novia de Carlos or Carlos' girlfriend. Carlos' girlfriend.
Yep.
Very good. Could you read the second one, please?
Mhm. María ha comprado un helado.
Mhm.
El helado está rico.
Very good. Very good. Here, what happened here? We have present perfect. That
Ajá.
is a.
Ah.
Mhm. It's like has. María has. Pero acá solo decimos María ha comprado un helado. Entonces, tenemos que hacer énfasis en la primera oración. We have to um, look for the first, check the first sentence, and then we can continue reading. So we know that she has excuse me, an ice cream. So here in Spanish we have helado, helado. We know that helado is like a masculine subject, okay? Because it finished in o.
Mhm.
And then we can say el helado está rico. Look. Do you know what rico means?
No.
Rico is like delicious, is tasty.
Okay.
So for that reason, we have to change the adjective like the noun. In this case, helado in masculine, we have to change it for rico in masculine. Okay?
Okay.
Excuse me one second. I'm be right back. I have
Hi.
to. Thank you so much. Excuse me. Okay, I'm here now. So now I'm gonna ask you for an example. If you need help or if you don't know how to say something, you can ask me, okay?
Okay. Um,
So- Okay, tell me.
La mariposa
Very good.
es bonita.
Very good. What a good example. Very good. So we have here, in this case, we know that it's a feminine noun.
Mm,
So for that reason, it finish with a or a. Okay.
mm.
And then we must change the adjective. Very good. Very good example. And do you have a question about the articles? Introduce the nouns?
I don't think so.
Okay, so that is a like a one of the most difficult things in Spanish to learn. But if you practice, you can do it very good. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Next one. So we have the articles. I don't know how do you say that word. Definidos. Undefinites and definites. Is it right?
You want me to what?
Let me check because I don't know how to use a definidos. Excuse me. I'm not sure. Um, English. I lost it. Defined. Is it the right?
That's
Um,
translating from Portuguese.
Tell me.
That's translating from Portuguese.
What is happening with that? Is that is making fun of me? Where is Spanish? Spanish, Spanish, Spanish.
It's on the third column, a little bit up.
Yes, where?
Third
So,
column near the top of the
oh
list.
yes, I always forget
Alright,
what
it's somewhere.
language I'm speaking. Okay,
This is
so yes, defines. I guess is defined. It. Could you spell
defined.
defined? Thank you
Mhm.
so much. And undefined. Undefined. Yes,
Mhm.
undefined and defined. So in defined, we have. Could you read, please?
El, los, la, and las.
Mhm. So in singular, we have el, like he, and in plural, we use los. For example, we can say el amigo o los amigos.
Okay,
Estamos hablando de un masculino. El amigo y los amigos. Okay.
okay.
And could you read the next one, please?
La y las.
Mm-hmm. That is like in a feminine. Yes, feminine article. La y las. Entonces, could you give me the example as I told you before, but with this one?
La amiga y las amigas.
Very good. That's amazing. You know a lot. Okay, and undefined is just tucking in la. like in general. You are not being specific.
Okay.
In Spanish, we use un amigo me dijo algo. You are not being specific. Who has told you that? Okay, so you just said un amigo me dijo tal cosa. Okay,
Okay.
give me a moment. Excuse me.
Okay.
I have to excuse me. I have to take care about the kitchen because it is something on the stuff.
Okay.
Excuse me. So uno, no estamos siendo específicos. And si decimos él, podríamos serlo. ¿Ok? Entonces, el amigo de mi hermana dijo algo. Un amigo de mi hermana dijo algo. So, here we are being specific. For that reason, we say él, el amigo de mi hermana.
Okay.
Y si decimos just un amigo de mi hermana, no estamos diciendo quién así muy específicamente. ¿Ok? Solo decimos un amigo de los muchos que tiene. We say one of his friends because she has many. Okay.
Okay.
Next one. Could you read the next one, please?
Unos.
Uh-huh. Very good. Unos. Could you make the same example as before?
Ah, unos amigos de hermana.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Unos amigos de mi hermana dijeron algo. Unos. We are not being specific. Also, we are not being specific, and we say just unos.
Okay.
But if we say with this one, what we can say, how we can say the same example, but with this one.
Los amigos de hermana.
Ajá. Los amigos de mi hermana dijeron algo. So we know who are the friends, my sister's friends. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part, I guess. See. Do you have some question? Any
Mm-hmm.
question? Very good. You learn so fast.
I
Okay.
Spanish when I was like 5. I guess some of it stuck with me.
No, but you are doing very well. I'm proud of you. Okay. So in feminine, we use uh, una, repeat it, please, and unas.
Unas.
So we use the same example, but with a feminine. So what is the example as before, but with una?
Una amiga de mi hermana.
Very good. And with plural, we use
Unas amigas de mi hermana.
very good. That's very good. So in this case, as the example that we did before, a veces sí, a veces no, we
Mm-hmm.
also can use I like my work unos días sí y unos días no, excuse me. So
Okay.
you are not being specific, but you are talking that some days you like it and some days you don't like it. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. In this case, with unas, if you are talking about like fruits
Mm-hmm.
and it is like strawberries, strawberries,
Uh-huh.
we say in Spanish fresas.
Fresas.
Fresas. So we use unas fresas saben rico and the others y las otras no. O unas sí y unas no. Okay?
Okay.
Because las fresas are in feminine. Very
Mm-hmm.
good. Nice. So wait me another moment. I don't know what is happening. So excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.
Okay.
So I'm here again. Excuse me. No. Okay. So we have also determined. What is the correct pronunciation? Excuse me.
Determine.
Determined articles. The determined articles are used in the following cases with nouns that refer to a specific people of things, as I told you before.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the example. Could you read the example, please?
El último disco del artista es buenísimo.
Very good. So here we have the last like song is like song. If someone told you in Spanish disco, what is this? Si te dice, ¿cuál es ese disco? It's like, what is that song?
Okay.
Okay, so it's not like a noun. You just say, what is that song?
Okay.
And here we are using a superlative. We are gonna see it later. So it's like bueno, es bueno. But if you want to tell it like something that is really, really good, you
Mm-hmm.
say es buenísimo.
All right.
Mhm. We use ísimo. Most of the times we use ísimo in the in the adjective. Okay, and
Okay.
those are superlatives.
Okay.
Thank you. With nouns, we use in general sense. For example, could you read the example, please?
La fruta es la base de una dieta sana.
Mm-hmm. Very good. In this case, we have masculine, that is el último disco, and the feminine, la fruta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is the like the action that it is doing. I guess es buenísimo. Del artista es buenísimo. So we use first the noun and then what it is talking about. Okay, so here we use el último disco, here's the noun, and then the adjective of the complement or the complement.
All
Okay,
right.
could you give me another example, please? Or do you have some questions?
Another example of using the like el or la.
Tell me, excuse me, could you repeat it?
Just another example of using el or la.
Okay, yes, you can do it. If you can do it, or I can do another. Can I do another?
I can do it.
Okay, do it. I'm
All
gonna
right.
hear you.
um. Now I forgot what nouns I know.
That you can use animals or I don't know things that you have around of you.
Yeah. El perro
Very good.
es, how do I say it? Amazing.
Amazing is increíble. El perro es increíble.
Yes.
But
El
what
perro
happened?
is amazing.
Tell me.
I was just repeating it.
Increíble. But in context, if we use el perro es increíble, we are talking that that dog has superpowers.
She does.
Yes. So
So
for that,
how would I say it not like she has superpowers?
okay, we just say is lindo
Lindo
o adorable,
o adorable.
like
Okay,
beautiful or cute.
let's go adorable. How do you say
Ador-
adorable?
Adorable, así.
Adorable.
Yes, you did it. You got it.
All right.
Adorable. When someone you think when something is something that is really cute, you say adorable.
Adorable. All right,
Mhm.
cool.
Adorable. Very good.
My dog's right here, and she's
Mhm.
adorable.
So we use the adjective as in masculine and adorable. Adorable, you don't need to like conjugate it if it's if it's a feminine subject. Okay,
Mhm.
adorable never gonna change. Okay,
Okay.
you just say, for example, my daughter. I don't know if that is the correct.
It'd be an A, not an O.
Yes, it's like that. Yes,
Hmm.
my daughter o mi hija es adorable.
Okay. Mija is adorable.
Very good. So remember, some adjectives that we have here, we is not necessary changing because if you change it, it is not gonna make sense. Okay.
Hmm. So
So for that reason,
if it ends in an O or an A, that's when you change it, right?
no. If it's most of the times if it's finished with e,
Hmm.
it's because it's not gonna change.
Yeah.
But if it's with o or with a, we know that it can change,
Hmm.
and that's all. That is just to practice or for practicing some adjectives that we cannot change or that we can change.
Okay.
Very good examples. So let's carry on. With days of the week, for example, could you read the example, please?
Hmm. El viernes no trabajo.
Mhm. El viernes no trabajo. So we can say that the day is the noun,
Hmm.
and that's the action. So for that reason, we say el viernes. What are we doing el viernes? No trabajar. I don't work on Friday. Okay, let me a moment. I'm gonna open the door to my mom. Excuse me. Deje eso en la cocina. Deje eso en la cocina. I'm here again, excuse me. So, we were in el viernes no trabajo, ¿no? That means on Friday I'm not gonna work.
Okay.
Simple present. So we use the noun and the action that we are gonna do or not on
Okay.
Friday. Excellent. So with instruments, games, and sport after the verb play and play. Okay,
Okay.
that is tricky in Spanish
Okay.
because as you in English you use play to refer for an instrument or if you are gonna play some game. Okay,
Mhm.
in this case we use tocar. We use the verb tocar.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's just for instruments, right?
Yes, we use toco el violín
Vocal.
and which other instrument you know in
Uh,
Spanish?
piano, is that the same?
Yes, piano. So I said, could you read the example, please?
Yo toco el piano.
Yo toco el piano, or just, if you want, toco el piano.
Toco el piano. Okay.
But what happened here? I'm gonna do a parenthesis because if you say in context, toco el piano,
Mhm.
it can mean also that you are just touching it.
Okay.
For example, if you are putting your hand on the piano and you are not like playing the piano, you say, I touch the piano. And in Spanish, you say, toco el piano.
Okay.
So for that reason, it's a little bit tricky because if someone tells you, I know how to, yo sé cómo tocar el piano,
Como
you
tocar.
know that he's talking about he knows how to play the piano. Okay. Pero si alguien te dice, puedo tocarlo, like in a context that is just touch it,
Mhm.
también podría ser para decir que solamente es tocarlo. It means that he wants just touch it and he is not fancy playing the piano.
Mhm.
He just want to touch it. Okay,
Okay.
very good. With the parts of the body, could you
Okay.
read, please, the example?
Me duele la espalda desde ayer.
Mhm. So we are using me duele la espalda.
Okay.
So it's like my back hurts.
Okay.
When you say me duele, it's because you are feeling pain or some part of your body hurts.
All right.
Very good. Could you give me another example with me duele?
Um, I don't really know the other parts of the body.
Okay. How do you say hat in Spanish?
Head?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
So we say cabeza.
Cabeza.
Ajá. Cabeza, hombros, rodillas y pies. Okay.
So, me duele la cabeza.
Very good. I guess that sentence is better in English because you don't have to grind or say it a lot. You just say I have a headache, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is really easy to do it. But here we have to say me duele la cabeza. That's so much. We have to work so much. So for that reason we say me duele la cabeza.
Me
Okay?
duele.
Or the body part.
Okay.
Me duele el brazo, my arm. Me duele el cuello, my neck. Me duele whatever part of the body as you know, that you know. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. Let's continue. With the time. Example. Son las 2:30. Could you read? Excuse me. That's not my
Son
work.
las 2:30.
Ajá. Son las 2:30. There is something important, and I don't know how to read the hour in English yet. So, 2:30 means 2:30.
Mhm.
Entonces, always when you are gonna talk about time, you say in feminine,
Okay.
in feminine article.
Okay.
Son las. Ujú.
Las.
Son las 3, son las 2, son las 5, son las 6, son las 7. But with one, when it's 1 p.m.,
Mhm.
you say es la
Es
una.
la Okay.
Es la una. Cuando te preguntan, when someone asks you, like, what time is it? And it's 1 p.m., you just say es la una.
Es la una. Okay.
1 o'clock. Or es la 1:30.
Y Okay.
Mhm. Very good. Es la una. Most of the time we use with feminine nouns.
Okay.
So could you give me another example with time but with feminine article, please?
Ah, son las 4:30.
Very good. Son las 4:30. Son las 4:40, son las 4:20, son las 5:30. With whatever hour you can say son las, okay? And
Okay.
they are gonna understand you very well. Okay, let's continue. With titles. For example, could you read the example, please?
El doctor Fernández ha ganado un premio Nobel.
Mhm. Very good. El doctor Fernández ha ganado un premio Nobel. Entonces we have el doctor. El doctor is like a title.
Mhm.
Is like say the engineer, el ingeniero, excuse me, or the nurse, la enfermera, or the firefighter, el bombero.
Oh,
Okay.
mhm.
Most of the times we change it depends like the profession. For example, remember that the nurse es la
Mhm.
enfermera. We use la enfermera
Okay.
because it's an profession that just do a girl, for say it like this. For that reason, we say La enfermera.
La enfermera.
But what happened if we use that same title but with a girl? Because you know that sometimes the doctor is also a girl.
Mhm.
So we say, and remember that we change with a.
La doctora.
Mhm. La doctora. Very good. So I'm gonna guide you in these cases, and I want that you change that profession as if girl were doing that.
All right. Uh, la bombera.
Very good. Excellent.
What does that mean?
The firefighter.
Okay.
El bombero. O la bombera, and in this case, if a girl is doing the work.
Okay.
Very good. You learn so fast. You are gonna let me without work. Okay. Example. Could you read this example, please? Which excuse me.
El Tigre es el río más largo de España.
Very good. So I don't know what is the tiere, but I guess the pronunciation is Teide.
Tigre.
El Teide es el río más largo de España. So that is the title. It's like the name.
Mhm.
El, yes, el. What is happening? El
Ah,
Teide. So it's the name of the lake of the river
okay.
in Spain. The most large of from España. Okay. El Teide.
Tigre.
Nice. So we're gonna do it now. Sustantivos, verbos y adjetivos.
Okay.
So we use nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Okay, so first, could you read, please?
Read where?
Since here.
Oh, okay. Sustantivos.
And now here.
El sustantivo es una clase de palabra que nombra o designa
Very good.
a personas, animales, cosas, lugares, sentimientos o ideas.
Ideas.
Ideas. Ide
Ideas in español. In Spanish.
ok, ideas. Un sustantivo puede ser sustantivo propio o sustantivo común.
Very good. The examples. Could you read, please?
Ujú. Ah, los sustantivos comunes y propios. Comunes nombran a personas, animales u objetos.
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 Very good.
Ah,
Next one.
no sé escribir.
Espérame un momento. Wait me a minute. Excuse me again. My nephew is making fun of me too. Okay, so we were in the second one.
Ah, no se escriban con mayúscula.
Mayúscula. Mayúscula. It's
Mayúscula.
like capital letters.
Okay. Okay.
Very good.
Delante,
And the last one?
delante se pueden escribir los artículos en la los olas.
Uh-huh. Very good. So, los sustantivos comunes or the common nouns
Mhm.
we use to call a person, animals, u objetos or objects. You don't have to use capital letters when you are gonna start writing it. So, for example, if you are gonna write dog, you don't need to put a capital letter beginning.
Okay.
You just put dog.
Yeah.
Or my sister. If you use sister, you don't need like a capital letter because it's just a person and it's not like a name. It's
Okay.
just my sister, my daughter, whatever. Okay. Next one, always or most of the time, you have to use the articles beginning, like el árbol, la rosa, los patos, las aves.
Okay.
Most of the times we use the articles. Okay. And propios. Could you read, please?
Nombran a personas, animales u objetos diferenciándolos de los demás
Very good.
sujetos.
Sustantivos. Very good. Next one.
Se escriben con mayúscula
Mhm.
inicial.
Very good.
Delante no se pueden escribir los artículos en la, los o los las.
Very good. Nice. So, what it means? So, first one, most of the times we use with um, uh, own nouns propios.
Proper.
Own, yes, or proper nouns. We use first the name of someone. For
Mhm.
example, your name is Renae. Yes?
Yep.
So if I'm gonna write you something, I'm gonna write Renae with capital letter at the beginning has a dog. Renae. So I don't need to put an article because you have your own name. So I just gonna write Renae has a dog with capital letter at the end.
Okay.
At the beginning, excuse me. Um, hmm. and what happened with animals? If you're gonna start writing something, you always have to put a capital letter as, for example, elephant is the most uh, mm, is the most is the biggest, excuse me, animal
Mhm.
around the world. It's just an example because I don't know which one is the biggest. I guess it's so we use capital letter because we are beginning and we don't need the. Okay.
Okay.
Just that's all. And you don't need to put los las when you are talking about a name or where you are talking about um something that you are gonna like how can I say it? Compare.
Okay.
When you are gonna compare, you say, for example, lion with capital letter
Mm-hmm.
is bigger than a cat. So we
Okay.
start with capital letter. Okay.
Okay.
Or we can, if you are gonna use lion as a common, you use el león. It sounds better. El león es más grande que el gato.
Okay.
El león. I'm not sure about in which cases you use proper nouns with animals because I'm not sure. Because with animals, I don't know if you need to use a capital letter.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. But most of the times, if you are gonna talk about an animal, you have to use the articles. But
Okay.
I'm gonna search in which cases we use propios with animals because I'm not sure. Okay, so let's carry on. Common. Could you read, please?
Mm-hmm. Nombran en forma género elementos
Mhm.
de la misma clase. Casa, gato, profesor.
Ajá. Casa, gato, profesor. Next one, propios.
Nombran en forma individual algún sujeto u objeto. Diego, Londres, Chile.
Uh-huh. Very good. So what happened with the first one? Most you know that is not like something specific or something really really important. For example, casa. Casa is not like a person. It's just an object. It's just a noun.
Yeah.
Gato is the same, and professor is a profession. So it's not necessary put it like with capital letters. But what happened here? Now we have proper nouns that are Diego. Look, that it start with capital letter. Diego.
Okay.
Londres, because also is a country. So most of the time we have to use with countries capital letters.
Okay.
Okay, and Chile is the same because it's also a country. Okay,
Yep.
so continue.
Abstractos. Conceptos, ideas,
Ideas, very good.
ideas o sentimientos.
Mhm.
Presencia fis- física.
Física,
Física. Okay.
very good.
Amor, miedo, paciencia.
Mhm. If you can see, those are feelings, sentimientos.
Mhm.
So you use amor, miedo, paciencia. Those are not like something like a person, nor is like a country, nor is like anything. You just feel. Those are just feelings. Okay. So for that reason, you don't have to use capital letters.
Okay.
Next one,
Concretos.
concretos. Mhm.
Concretos. Seres u objetos que se puede percibir por los sentidos.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Carta, pájaro, bicicleta.
Very good. So the adjective, the concrete noun are things that you can like feel with your feelings, with your see and with your eyes, or touch with your hands,
Okay.
or feel. Okay, so bicycle, bird, or card. That I guess that is like carta. I forgot how do you say that. Mm, letter. How can I forget that word? Letter. Okay. Pájaro,
Okay.
carta, bicicleta. Cosas que puedes tocar. Things that you can feel or touch.
Okay.
Next one.
Uh, individuales nombran en forma particular a un solo elemento.
Mhm,
Oveja, perro, abeja.
very good. So here what happened? You are talking like in singular. So what happened? We use oveja because it's just one. Perro because it's just one. Abeja because it's just one. So let's continue with the other and let's.
Colectivos nombran un grupo del mismo elemento.
Mhm,
Rebaño, cuadrilla,
jauría.
cuadrilla,
Very good.
enjambre,
Enjambre.
enjambre.
Very good. So what happened here? We have the group of ovejas. So we say rebaño. How do you
What?
say oveja in English? Oveja. It's like sheep.
Okay.
So you can call a group of sheep if those are many sheep. You say rebaño in Spanish.
Okay.
And in English, how you can say rebaño?
It'd be like a herd.
How? Excuse me.
Rebaño would be a herd of sheep.
Okay. And if it's a group of many dogs, you say jauría.
Jauría.
Yes. And also you can say jauría de perros, jauría de lobos, jauría de hienas, jauría de leones, jauría. Manada. No, jauría.
Okay.
Okay. And with abejas, with bees, you use enjambre.
Enjambre.
It's a group of many, but many, I guess, hundred hundred of bees.
Okay.
Very good. So countables, countable nouns. Could you read?
Obje- yeah. Objetos o cosas que pueden ser enumerando, enumerados.
Very good. Enumerados.
Libro, cuchara, billete, billete,
Billete.
billete.
Very good. So what happened here? So you know that a book is a countable noun. You can have many, but many thousand, but you can count it. Yes.
Okay.
The same happened with the spoon or the bill or the bills. You
Mm-hmm.
can count it, but most of the time in English we say many just to say it. many books, many spoons, many vials, or you can say there are hay dos libros, hay tres cucharas, hay 10 billetes. ¿Listo?
Okay.
So we say hay. Always with countable noun, if you are gonna refer a countable nouns, you say I. Okay?
Okay.
I and the number. For example, if some there are like 8, you can say there are 8 spoons. In Spanish, you say
Ah, hay 8 cucharas.
ujú, hay 8 cucharas, hay 8 libros, hay 8 billetes. ¿Ok? Siempre with I. I. Acá puedes poner el número que tú quieras, ¿listo? I don't know how many spoons. I don't know how many bills. Hay no sé cuántas cucharas, no sé cuántos billetes, no sé cuántos libros. ¿Ok?
Okay.
Very good. Uncountables.
No se puede contar. How do you pronounce that word?
Aunque.
Aunque. Aunque sí medir o cuantificar.
This aunque nos dice but. It's like a but. Okay?
Okay.
So, you can count mm, the sugar. You can count the milk, excuse me. You can count the snow, but you can use you can measure
Measure.
to side. You can cite the sugar. You can cite the snow and milk.
Okay.
So it's something that you one by one you can count because it's impossible.
Yeah.
But you can use another things to do it,
Okay.
like a size, like a I don't know, like a um centímetros cúbicos. I don't know how do you say it. Centimeters cubic centimeters.
Oh, cubic centimeters.
Yes, that's it. So it's something that we can count, but we can use tools to do it. Okay. And next one, primitivos.
Los que no derivan de ninguna
Ajá, ninguna palabra.
pan, rosa, flor, queso.
Mhm. So we don't have another. No we don't have like other meanings
Mm-hmm.
to call it. So we just say pan, flor, queso. There is anything else different.
Okay.
Okay, just some one of those. Next one, derivados.
Los que provienen de otra palabra.
Mhm.
Panadero, dos
Panadero
panadero.
without n. Panadero.
Panadero, sorry.
Very good. Very good.
Rosal, lodería, quisia, quisillo,
Quesillo.
quisillo.
As you can see here, pan make mm, I forgot the word.
The
The
root.
action of the person who makes pan, who
Okay.
makes bread. So it is not like in English because we say bread, pan in English, yes, but we
Mm-hmm.
don't say breader. We don't say this. We say baker, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But here in Spanish, most of the time, that word make the action of the person
Okay.
of the or the profession is better. For example, we say pan, and the person who makes pan, it's called panadero.
Okay.
A side who has many roses or roses is arrozal. Okay,
Okay.
like here, in this case, flor makes the site where you can buy flowers.
Okay.
Florería, florería, panadero, rosal, and also you can make something with this noun. We can you can use, or you can make something different to this one, but with this one. For example, you use cheese to do something.
Okay.
In this case, we can change the cheese por the quesillo. We use the queso para hacer quesillo. ¿Listo?
Okay.
So, derivadas son las que parten de otra palabra. En este caso, pan no parte de una palabra, rosa no parte de una palabra, perro no parte de otra palabra, y así. ¿Ok? Next one. I guess compuestos.
Los que están formados por más de una palabra.
Mhm.
Ab- Abre latas,
Very good.
sacapuntas,
Very good.
limpia vidrios.
Limpiavidrios. Uh-huh. So what happened here? We have like two words in just one. And we have here abre, saca, limpia. But we have another latas, puntas y vidrios. Entonces, most of the time we use like a verb with a noun para decir, to say a noun that you can use to do it. For example, here, abre latas. You can use the abre latas to open the, I don't know what is the name of this one. Um, the tins.
Okay.
In this case, is the tool that you use to open the tins.
Oh, so it's like a can opener. Okay.
Uh-huh. It's something that you can use to open there. So for that reason is abre latas. We
Okay.
know that with the first one means abrir, abrir abre latas. Entonces
Okay.
sabemos que es un artefacto. We know that is a tool that we can use to open the tills.
Okay.
Sacapuntas. We know that sacar in Spanish is like mm, is like llevar hacia ti. It's like move it to you. Sacar.
Okay.
And puntas is like that action. It's like that action.
Okay. Sharpening a pencil.
Sharpening the pencil.
So it'd be the pencil sharpener.
Uh-huh. So that is the tool. That is the tool that we use to sharpen the to sharp the pencil. Okay.
Okay.
Saca punta. La punta del lápiz es esto.
Okay.
We use punta to say it. Mhm. And limpia vidrios, you know that limpia means clean,
Okay.
clean, and vidrios means crystal or what is the other, or glass.
Okay, so it's glass cleaner then?
Mhm. So what happened here is an artifact or is a tool that you use to clean it.
Okay.
Very good. So remember that most of the times, if you see like two words in one, first is a verb and then is a noun, is something that you use to do it something related with the noun who is there, which is there. Excuse me.
Okay.
Abre latas, saca puntas, limpia vidrios, whatever.
Okay.
Okay. Um, and number, plural and singular, plural and singular, and género, and I don't know who do you say that género in English.
Gender.
Gender,
Hmm.
okay. Gender, masculine or feminine. Okay.
Okay.
So I guess we can stop for today until here because there is missing a lot, and we can carry on next week or next class. Okay.
All right.
Have you learned something new today?
I did. I have a whole list of words.
Yes,
Writing.
and thank you so much for coming to the class.
Hmm.
You know that your help is something that we already need. And thank you so much for believing us. And remember, following us in Facebook, Instagram, whatever. And if you need some help with something, you can ask. We are like 10 people who can help you, and you can ask whatever thing that you want. Okay?
Okay.
And if I'm gonna ask you something, if we need some help in English, or we don't know how to say something, or we don't know how to write something, we can ask you.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much. Your help is great for us. It's amazing. Thank you so much for coming to the class. Remember, always practice, and see you next class.
All right.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube.